Hi guys, welcome to this session in Microsoft Access. In this module, I want to show you how you can modify the navigation pane. So this is a navigation pane down the left-hand side of the screen, where you've got all the different objects listed in order. Now, that is just one of the options that you have. At the top there, you've got a little drop-down arrow where you can pick different options. So that one, for example, tables and relationships. That might be something you want. All of these are just different things, created date, that you can select by. You can see that. I'm going to put it back onto objects. Now you've also got, if you click your right mouse button at the top here, anywhere across the top, the ability to change other things. So it's got objects there, look. I'll come across categories, that's object type, created date, similar sort of things there. Sort by, ascending. It's on type, you go name, sort by name, and then right click again, sort by, put it back to type. And then you've got view as an option, view by, date, icon, list, or details should I say, not date. Details, right click, view by icon. I actually think the list option is the best one, as it was. And then you've got this option in here, navigation options. In there, you can create your own list, if you like. So there's the one that is on at the minute. You've got object types, those are the main objects. Then you've got custom. Now you can either rename custom or you can create a new one completely new. I'll rename this one and just call it Steve. And you can start either deleting these or adding them. So custom group 1, I will call that customers, rename it customers. So then you can put anything to do with customers in there. This one I shall rename as staff. Anything to do with staff can go in that one. I'll leave that, you can't rename that one, that's unassigned. I'll add a group and I'll do this one as sales. So anything to do with sales there, and then unassigned objects. So basically what happens now is you move things into these different groups and it creates like a little shortcut. Anything that's not assigned to these just sits in the bottom there, unassigned. So click OK to that, and then that becomes an item in this list, Steve, and then you've got at the top there all the groups that you created, and then a list of unassigned objects at the bottom, which you can collapse if you don't want to see them all, or open up. Now I find this quite useful to do, to be honest. So if I click on anything to do with customers, so that's customers, I'll put that into the customers group, and then it opens it up like that. The lookup cities is also part of customers, so is the cities table, so is the feedback. These tables, you see the little shortcut arrow there, so you're not actually doing anything to it, it's just a pointer to it. And then you just go through it like that. So you've got staff training there, so that'll be staff, that's an Excel file, staff training, and TBL staff, that would go in there, staff. I didn't do one for products actually, but let's go for sales for products. So that'll go in the group called sales. There we go. And TBL sales, what's to go in sales? That opens that up a bit better. And then you just go through it like this. So you've got different queries that you need to move into various places. It's up to you. You've got your forms, form feedback details. So that would be going into the top area there. You'd be going into customers. And then you just go through the whole thing like that. So look up tables and stuff like that. Down the bottom, you've got reports, customers, like so. add to group on the right click. It's probably a quicker way of doing it. Query sales detail, add to group, sales, and where else can I move? You need to move everything, to be honest. Products, that needs to be into sales, like so. So in the end, what you have is all of these you can just collapse out of the way, and then the only thing you've got left in unassigned is like main menu and a few, maybe a macro or so, a couple of macros that you might not want to assign to anything in particular. But that's basically how you can modify the navigational pane and create your own custom objects, if you like, object groups, and then move them into it. So hopefully that was of use, opened your eyes a little bit to a feature that might not be obvious. Thank you for your time. I'll catch you on the next one.